These are aerial photos that shows the road of Wadi Nur and also its sudden turns, curves, and twists. This photo shows that on the right of the Wadi Nur road there is a mountainous area that is too much higher than the road, and on the left of the road there is an area that is too much lower than the road, and this shows the unstable topography area of the road. This important picture shows the normal straight route for Wadi Nur, whereas the alternative tortuous route by presenting a map view. This picture shows how the road looks like when there is a traffic, especially on the hills and high topographies. This photo shows a certain accident in Wadi Nur route of a truck overturning. This picture shows the Palestinian project on lightening the road by using the solar power and also the dangerous twists of the road. Proof number 2. Numbers of accidents and death cases. In 2012, there were 63 accidents on the road of Wadi Nur. In the same year, there were 17 accidents happened in 1 month. And here's a table that shows the general road accidents and casualties in the West Bank from 2010 till 2016. Proof number 3. Comparison of the current quality analysis of Wadi Nur route with a suitable roads design in order to prove its dangerousness and the lack of efficiency. The suitable road design should go hand in hand with the traffic safety in the route, the changes from the road from curves, and the traffic volumes. So let's get started. Proof number 1. The route sector. The route that has many vehicles with high speed should have many traffic directions with a big width of the curves, and the slope should be small, as this goes against the design of wadi route. Number 2. The width of the route. It should be in a suitable width, with an additional width that serves as a places of advertisements or places of trees. Traffic volumes. It is the number of vehicles that passes through a certain period of time. In the case of wadi route, hourly traffic volumes are estimated to increase from 400 till 600 PCE to 1,200 till 1,600 in 2020. If the route was from southern to northern Palestine, while if the route from southern to northern Palestine was through Jerusalem, it would be less dangerous. It would be just from 800 till 1,200. The route speed. It is the normal speed that a vehicle rides on the road in the normal situations, but in the case of wadi route, the speed is neglected because of the high traffic volume at the narrow width of the route. The route of the wadi is an arterial road, as it was classified, should have a speed from 80 till 100. The route's directions. This functions as a safety on the route. This is necessary for high traffic volumes of vehicles that have high speed. In the case of wadi route, there should be a direction drawn on the route, especially for public transportation, like big buses, as there is not any direction on this route. For example, there should be an acceleration side direction that serves as a direction where the vehicle rides fast before entering the road, in order to be with the same speed with other vehicles. Slow down side direction serves as a direction where the vehicle lowers its speed when it exits the road, in order to not disturb the traffic of other vehicles. The traffic direction is specifically for vans that rides too slow in the road, so the cars could exceed the slow vans. Number 6. The curves. In the normal situation, we have to avoid curves in the road in order to guarantee a full safety, and those are the sudden turns that we see in the road. However, sometimes this may differ depending on the topography of the road. There are two types of the curves of the horizontal direction and curves of the vertical direction. As we know, the aim of using curves are connected two straight lines together gradually in order to avoid the surprising changes in the directions that annoys the drivers. The road of the wadi route has all the types of the curves, and this is what creates the problems for increasing the accidents. Number 7. Centrifugal force. It is the force that helps the vehicle to exit its direction when it enters the curved direction. The gradual curves must exit. This force must be absorbed gradually in order to prevent the vehicle from leaving its direction, so it lets it in the right direction. Number 8. Super elevation. It is a process where the external edge of the road is made higher than the internal edge of the road, and that is in order to avoid the centrifugal force that made the vehicle slip and then to turn over. As a notice, there is a super elevation in wadi route, but it is not made in its correct way. Number 9. The vertical curves. It is that curve where the normal height of the road ground is defined and the slope that has to be created. There are some points has to be taken into consideration when creating the vertical curve, which are: the start condition must be taken so that the driver could see the obstacles in front of him, and the condition of being gradual. In the case of wadi route, the start condition is not taken into consideration. The driver cannot see what's in front of him because of the sudden lows and heights, and there are a lot of heights, and that results in accidents. And also, the driver drives from a low area to a higher area in a direct way. In some, the biggest problem in the road is the curves that doesn't approve the side condition, the side distance. Number 10. The ground configurations. The layer of the asphalt has to be changed from period to period because it would be destroyed and the friction for it would vanish, as the friction force is necessary to make the vehicle stop whenever they want it. In the case of wadi route, as it was estimated that the layer of asphalt has never been changed since 4 years, and that created the problem for increasing the accidents on this route. Taking into consideration that wadi route is highly used between citizens and there is a big traffic of vehicles going on this route, the paving layers are important as they would bear all the heavy weight vehicles of the traffic so that the road would not be subjected to collapse or a decline. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this documentary video.